Hello students, we had started with plant kingdom and under this chapter we had started with division algae. We have completed the general characteristics of algae. Apart from that, we have completed life cycle and economic importance of algae. In this lesson, we are going to look at the three classes under division algae, that is chlorophyceae, phaeophyceae and rhodophyceae. Division algae has been divided into three classes: chlorophyceae, phaeophyceae and rhodophyceae. Wherein phyco over here means algae, chloro means green, pheo means brown, rhodo means red. So algae are of three different types: green algae, brown algae and red algae. Why are they called green algae, brown algae, red algae? Because green algae look green in color, brown algae look brown in color and red algae look red in color. Okay, very good. Why are they colored differently? Because of the kind of photosynthetic pigments that are present in each one of them. Photosynthetic pigments. Okay, let's see one by one. Chlorophyll A, chlorophyll A, chlorophyll A. Other than that, in green algae they have chlorophyll B, chlorophyll C, and in red algae they have chlorophyll D. A, B, A, C, A, D. Other than these pigments, green algae have carotenes and xanthophyll. In brown algae they have chlorophyll A, chlorophyll C. They also have carotenes and xanthophylls. These terms carotenes and xanthophylls, these plant pigments, it's basically a broad category. Within these there are different types of carotenes. Within this there are different types of xanthophylls. Like beta carotene is one type of carotene. There is one called as alpha carotene also. In case of the brown algae, they have one such type of xanthophyll which is called as fucoxanthin, which is brown in color, which explains the reason why brown algae are brown in color. Where do the green algae get their green color from? It is mainly from this chlorophyll B, which is dark green in color. Chlorophyll A is olive kind of color. Chlorophyll B is a nice greeny green color, because of which they get their green color. How about red algae? They have a class of pigments called phycobilins, which are also of different types. Okay, it's a class of pigments. One of the phycobilin that they have is R-phycoerythrin, which is a nice red pigment, because of which they get their red color. There are other types of phycobilins also. You can just make a note, although it is not there in NCERT for you. Phycocyanin is another. This is a blue color pigment, and there is one called as allophycocyanin. Because of the presence of phycocyanin, which is a blue color pigment, there may be some red algae which are blue in color. An example is Batrachospermum. Second property that we are doing is habitat. Green algae are mainly found in freshwater habitats. Brown algae will be mainly found in cold marine waters, and red algae are found in warm marine waters. Green algae in mainly freshwater habitat. Freshwater forms mainly higher marine brackish water, waters which are a mixture of freshwater and marine. Phaeophyceae mainly marine forms, also brackish waters. Red algae mainly marine, warmer areas, and occur in great depths in ocean. Can occur in great depths in oceans, plus well-lit areas as well. The deeper they are in the ocean, the more reddish they will be in color because of the high amounts of pigments, and the shallower they are in the ocean, the more what kind of color they will have. Also found in brackish waters. So that is what it is about the three different types of algae: green algae, brown algae, red algae. These are mainly found in freshwater. These are found in cold marine waters, okay, temperate waters, and those are found in tropical waters, warmer areas. One important note about the pigments: these pigments that you see over here, these are exactly the kind of pigments that are there in the higher plants, in the plants that are going to be there in the other divisions. What do you think it means? Maybe the green algae have evolved into bryophytes, then pteridophytes, gymnosperms, angiosperms. What if these plants had also evolved into plants? We would have had brown colored plants and red colored plants. But of course, the survival of the fittest. Green algae can be called as the ancestors of the higher plants. Next, we are looking at the plant body. So green algae can be unicellular also. For example, chlorella, chlamydomonas. Remember these famous guys? These were placed in kingdom Protista by Ernst Haeckel. Why? Because they were unicellular organisms, so they were placed under Protista, but now they have been brought back under Chlorophyceae. The plant body can be unicellular also, or they can be unicellular colonial. We've already seen this example, volvox, colony of which is called as cenobium. Remember this? Colony is called Cenobium. Next, they can be filamentous also. Green algae were mainly smaller in size. Phaeophyceae reached up to great heights, up to 100-150 meters, and red algae are complex multicellular structures. In filamentous forms, the most popular guy is Spirogyra. This is probably the most popular algae in the world, Spirogyra. Then there is another one called Urothrix, which is also filamentous. Next, multicellular plant-like. There is one called Cara, which is very similar to like your Hydrilla, a very famous algae as well. So these are the different types of plant bodies. They may range from unicellular to multicellular plant bodies. I wanted to draw an algae, but it became a Narukasur. Okay, in brown algae, the plant body is divided into different parts. So this is a root-like structure here. It's called the holdfast. Root-like, a stem-like structure called as the stipe, a leaf-like structure is called as fronds, similar to lamina of leaf. Lamina, you know, no? The photosynthetic part. And these fronds are the ones which are photosynthetic. Apart from that, you see such kind of pockets of air sort of in them, in their body. These are called as air bladders, filled with air for buoyancy, to keep them afloat. Because brown algae reach up to great heights. They form kelp forests and all. Air bladders filled with air for buoyancy. So this is how the typical plant body is. Simple, branched, filamentous. Example, ectocarpus, or else they can be profusely branched. They are called kelps. Some examples of kelps are Laminaria and Macrocystis. They can be free floating as well. Example, Sargassum, Fucus. The Sargasso Sea in Atlantic Ocean is named after Sargassum weeds which populate that place. It is very difficult for ships to pass through because of the Sargassum, these weeds that lie in the ocean. So they can be simple branched also, they can be profusely branched also, and there can be free floating forms as well. That is about the brown algae. Let's move on to the red algae. This one seems to have a multicellular complex body, profusely branched. It's multicellular plant body. Which is quite complex in nature.
महादेव के नाम पे सब्सक्राइब कर दें।